Craig Holliday, Keith Povich with Holliday Group. We're out here at the Sarasota International Trade Center where we're building the Rock Climbing Academy, a big building for them that's going to be designed for future Olympic athletes to learn how to do all the rock climbing and for people that want to stay in shape doing that kind of thing. But it can be a big building, a little over 24,000 square feet. We got the slab poured out. We've been running into some issues with the weather, but building summertime in Florida, you're always going to have it. So, but our foundations and stuff are all set. All the pads are there. We do have our compactions now that we were looking for on the foundations before we could prep them. All of our plumbing lines, all the white stuff you see setting up is all plumbing lines for toilets, sinks, water, floor drains, for basically the facilities you need, as well as kitchen areas and things like that. All the gray pipes you see, Keith could probably speak closer to this, that's all the electrical feeds. So if you look all across the whole area out here and see how far that building goes, power and water and sewer all has to go all the way out to the whole thing, and then all that gets tied together, pressurized, and then fed and connected into the main feeds for water and sewer and power, which are up on the main part of the road here. It's drying out now. It'd be nice if we could have a couple days without rain before we get the rest of this going forward, but we've delayed for a while because we're not going to pour concrete until we know we got a stable foundation underneath it to support it, or you're building on a weak foundation and that's going to be just trouble all the way around. We never want a shortcut, even if it means extra time, and most of the time money is involved, but we're not going to risk not building a solid building, especially this size, with rated for 150 mile-an-hour wind loads, so hurricane loads. As big as this building's going to be, we've got to make sure that the soil and the ground that we're building on is 100% stable. Just can't take chances on areas like that. Once we get all the plumbing lines in, get all the electrical lines in, getting all this stuff, then they'll grade this whole area perfectly flat. Then they'll run a compactor across it again, make sure we got a solid area for our slab, and then they'll be here at probably 3 in the morning and pour this out. And I'm guessing this is probably 400 or 500 cubic yards of concrete for the slab here. It'll be quite impressive. We'll have a big giant boom pump. They'll be reaching over it, and then try and get the drones out, because it's really fun to get pictures from above looking down to see how big the site is. We just excavated this hole this morning, and you can see that it's dry. So our foundation and all of our soils underneath our surface area is dry, compacted, and hard. So that tells us that the foundations and the soil bearing capacities are what the engineers are looking for. If you look a little farther down over here and you see some surface water, and some surface water over here, there's a surface water over there, that's all just from the rains. So I would say, depending on how much rain we get this afternoon or tonight or over the weekends, but within a day's time, all of the surface water will have evaporated or settled back down. So this is all just more visual. As long as we got dry areas underneath where we dig in, then we know we've got the compactions we have to have. And that's paramount for a successful building. You've got to have the best foundation you have to come vertical. If you don't, nothing's ever going to be right. This is coming along nicely, but building in the summertime in Florida, welcome to the rainy season.